Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatin Vyasham Tato Jaya Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. We will be Srimad Bhagavatam of first canto, third chapter, 25th, 26th, and 27th sloka today. I'll share my screen. So yesterday we saw about the incarnation of Lord Buddha. Today we'll see the further incarnation. Text number 25, Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter, text number 25. Athasu yuga sadhyayam dashu prayashu rajashu janitha vishnu yashyasho nam kalkir jagatpatihi. Word by word translation. Atha, thereafter, Asho, the same Lord, Yuga Sadhyayam, at the conjunction of the Yugas, Dashu, plunderers, Prayeshu, almost all, Rajashu, the governing personalities, Janitha, will take his birth, Vishnu, named Vishnu, Yasha Shaha, surnamed Yasha, Nam Na, in the name of Kalkihi, the incarnation of the Lord, Jagatpatihi, the Lord of creation. Translation by His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thereafter, at the conjunction of two yugas, the Lord of the creation will take his birth as the Kalki incarnation and become the son of Vishnu Yasha. At this time, almost all the rulers of the earth will have degenerated into plunderers. Purport. Here is another foretelling of the advent of Lord Kalki, the incarnation of Godhead. He is to appear at the conjunction of the two yugas, namely at the end of Kali Yuga and at the beginning of Satya Yuga. The cycle of the four yugas, namely Satya, Treta, Dvyapara, and Kali, rotates like the calendar months. The present Kali Yuga lasts for 432,000 years, out of which we have passed only 5,000 years after the battle of Kurukshetra and the end of the regime of King Parikshit. So there are 427,000 years balance yet to be finished. Thereafter, at the end of this period, the incarnation of Kalki will take place, as foretold in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The name of his father, Vishnu Yasha, a learned Brahmana, and the village Shambhala are also mentioned. As above mentioned, all these foretellings will prove to be factual in chronological order. That is the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam. We will also read next two slokas and then discuss the meaning. Text number 26. अवतारा हे अशंकेया हरिः सत्त्वनिधिर्द्विजः यथा विदाशिन्हा कुल्यः सरशाशु सहस्रशः अवतारः incarnations. He certainly Ashankeyah, innumerable, Harihi, of Hari, the Lord, Sattva Nidhihi, of the ocean of goodness, Dvajaha, the Brahmanas, Yatha, as it is, Avidsinaha, inexhaustible, Kulyaha, rivulets, Sarashaha, of the vast lakes, Su, or Sahasrashaha, thousands of. Translation. O Brahmanas, the incarnation of the Lord are innumerable, right, like rivulets flowing from inexhaustible sources of water. Purport. The list of incarnations of the personality of Godhead given herein is not complete. It is only a partial view of all the incarnation. There are many other such as Sri Hayagriva, Hari, Hamsa, Srinagarbha, Vibhu, Satyashena, Vaikunta, Sarvabhauma, Vishwakshena, Dharmashetu, Sudhama, Yogeshwara, Brahabhanu, and others of the bygone ages. Sri Prahalad Maharaj said in his prayers, My Lord, you manifest as many incarnations as there are species of life, namely the aquatics, the vegetables, the reptiles, the birds, the beasts, the men, the demigods, etc., just for the maintenance of the faithful and the annihilation of the unfaithful. You advent yourself in this way in accordance with the necessity of the different yugas. In the Kali Yuga, you have incarnated garbed as a devotee. This incarnation of the Lord in the Kali Yuga is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are many other places, both in the Bhagavatam and in other scriptures, in which the incarnation of the Lord as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explicitly mentioned. In the Brahma Samhita, also it is said indirectly that although there are many incarnations of the Lord, such as Rama, Narasimha, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, and many others, the Lord Himself sometimes incarnates in person. Lord Krishna and Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are not, therefore, incarnation but the original source of all other incarnation. This will be clearly explained in the next sloka. So, the Lord is the inexhaustible source for innumerable incarnations which were not always mentioned, but such incarnations are distinguished by specific extraordinary feats which are impossible to be performed by any living being. That is the general test to identify an incarnation of the Lord, directly, indirectly, and empowered. Directly and indirectly empowered. Some incarnations mentioned above are almost uh, planetary portions. For instance, the Kumaras are empowered with transcendental knowledge. The Sri Narada is empowered with devotional service. Maharaj Prithu is an empowered incarnation with executive function. The Matsya incarnation is directly a planetary portion. So, the innumerable incarnations of the Lord are manifested all over the universe constantly without cessation as the water flows constantly from waterfalls. Let's see the last sloka for today also, then we'll discuss. Text number 27. Rashyo manavo deva manuputra mahajushaha kalaha sarva haririr eva saprajapatayaha smritaha. Rishiha, all the sages, Manavaha, all the Manus, Devaha, all the demigods, Manuputra, all the descendants of Manu, Maha Ojashaha, very powerful, Kalaha, portion of the planetary portion, Sarve, all collectively, Hari, of the Lord, Eva, certainly, Sa Prajapatihi, along with the Prajapatis, Smrataha, or known. All the rishis, translation, all the rishis, Manus, demigods, and descendants of Manu who are especially powerful or planetary portions or portions of the planetary portions of the Lord. This also includes the Prajapatis. Purport. Those who are comparatively less powerful are called Vibhuti, and those who are comparatively more powerful are called Avesha incarnations. So we can discuss these three slokas. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So today we are going to discuss about Kalki Avatar, and it is mentioned that it is foretold. So it is happening in future. And when would Kalki Avatar happen? At the conjunction of the two yugas, when the end of Kali Yuga and the beginning of Satya Yuga. So in Kali Yuga, only 5,000 years have been passed. So the total is 432,000 years. We still have 427,000 years left. So it is mentioned here that that's when and the conjunction of these two yugas, at the end of Kali Yuga and the beginning of Satya Yuga, this Kalki incarnation would happen, and he would become the son of Vishnu Esha, and he would also be born in a village. Shambhala is all mentioned. So this is the power of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is talking about past, present, and future. And like Buddha Avatar was also foretold, and then even Kalki Avatar is being foretold. And when it will happen is almost all the rulers of the earth will have degenerated into plunderers. So much adharma will be there. At the end of this Kali Yuga, the Kalki Avatar will happen. So that's when, to re-establish Dharma, Lord will appear as Kalki Avatar to re-establish Dharma. In the next sloka, it is explained. So no, now we have seen all the avatars. This chapter name itself is Krishna is the source of all the incarnations, and we have seen all the incarnations. And here, what it is said is, "O Brahmanas, the incarnation of the Lord are innumerable, like rivulets flowing from inexhaustible sources of water." The incarnations are innumerable. Like how example analogy is given is how rivulets, like the branches of river, flow from from a inexhaustible source of water. We cannot count them. So there are so many incarnations that is there. Only it has been we have only seen about the partial view. There are many others like Sri Hayagriva, who took incarnation to re-establish, to protect the Vedas. Hari, in Gajendra Moksha he appeared. Hamsa the swan, Srinagarbha, Dhruva Maharaj saw this form of Srinagarbha, the four-handed Vishnu form, and all other Vibhu, Satyashena, Vaikuntha, all others are like Manumantra avatars, which we have seen, the different types of avatars that we have seen. So this is also mentioned in Prahlada, which we will see in other cantos, where Prahlad Maharaj is praying that your incarnations are like to protect the faithful and annihilation of the unfaithful. Like we have the 8.4 billion species. Like that, the Lord incarnates to protect the faithful people. And in Kali Yuga, he has incarnated as a devotee. Who's that? None other than Krishna himself, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is mentioned multiple times in Srimad Bhagavatam indirectly about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And here it is, the beauty of this Kali Yuga is we have this Harinam, which is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has taken the position of a devotee and we have to follow the footsteps of him. And like I said, Krishna is the source of all incarnations. It will be coming in tomorrow's sloka, which Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. Like he is the Swayam, he is the origin of all these incarnation. That is very beautifully explained in this sloka, and that we can discuss tomorrow. I think that's the essence of all of these that we be discussing. And there are different avatars like Shakti Vesha avatar, Avesha avatar, like directly empowered, indirectly empowered. And main thing is these there are like planetary portions and portions of planetary portions that have been discussed. And That's what is mentioned here. All the rishis, manus, demigods, and descendants of Manu are who are especially powerful are planetary portions, or portions of planetary portions of the Lord. This also includes Prajapatis. So these avatars are also like there are different categories, which are Vibhutis, the least hierarchy. But we also have seen Vibhuti Yoga in Bhagavad Gita, but they are powerful, magnificent. Then above we have portions of planetary portions. Then we have the planetary portions, like the categorizations. And we have seen the avatars in category into six, like Purusha avatars, Karnodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Shirodakshai Vishnu. Then the second type we saw was Leela avatars, like Narada Muni, Hamsa, Srinagarbha, all of this. And the third was Guna avatars, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Then fourth one was Yuga avatars, and different types of Yuga. In Satya Yuga, the Lord appears in the form of white, Treta Yuga red, Dwapara Yuga dark, and like in this Kali Yuga, it black or yellow, like that. And Manvantra avatars, there are 14 Manvantra avatars. And Avesha avatars, there are two types: directly empowered, indirectly empowered. Bhagavat Avesha, directly empowered; Vibhutis, indirectly empowered. Like those six categories of avatars we have seen. And the main point for us to understand here is these avatars is mentioned in these scriptures. That actual test, this that is the general test to identify an incarnation of the Lord directly and indirectly empowered, are distinguished by specific extraordinary feats which are impossible to be performed by any living being. No, somebody can, yeah, there are multiple incarnations of the Lord, I am also one of the incarnations. No, that is bogus. Like there are certain characteristics for an incarnation of the Lord, and it is mentioned in the scriptures, or it is identified by Mahatmas, and that is how we understand the incarnation of the Lord. And like I said, in the next sloka tomorrow, we'll discuss the very important shloka where Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, who Krishna is the incarnation of all the source of all the incarnations. We this chapter we saw all these incarnations, and tomorrow we'll continue. And I'll pause if there are any questions or comments or reflections.
I have one question, not related to today's session, yesterday, related to the thing, Buddha. So Gautama Buddha is also a Sri Krishna avatar, or is it like a demigod? Not a demigod. Demigod is like air and fire and all, right? So by what is Gautama Buddha is also avatar, or can you help?
Yeah, so I'll try, and Gopikant Prabhuji can chime in. The Buddha avatar that is mentioned here is different. Like, it's, of course, Buddha itself means anybody who is following atheism. Like, the avatar happened to stop non-violence and animal sacrifice, right? Like, there are the Buddha that is mentioned is incarnation of the Lord, and that there are different types of Buddhas, and like Gautama Buddha, Siddhartha Buddha, or like those lineage. But the Buddha that we discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam, my understanding is different. But Gopikant Prabhuji, please explain.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
Buddha came here, his incarnation, though he did not accept the God and scriptures.
Okay.
He came here to build up the bridge between atheism to theism. So until that, there was a lot of. He came here to stop the violence. So his incarnation as well as scriptures.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and also here in the purport, it was discussed by Nijendra Prabhu yesterday. He deluded the atheist because such atheists who follow this principle did not believe in God, but they kept their absolute faith in Lord Buddha, who himself was the incarnation of the Lord. Thus, the faithless people were made to believe in God in the form of Lord Buddha. That was the mercy of Lord Buddha. He made the faithless faithful to him. So that's the beauty. Prabhupada is giving credit even to that, and that is what is important.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Gopikan Prabhuji.
Yeah, and also like the 6 questions that sages of Naimisharanya asked have been discussed. Like the first question is, what is the absolute and ultimate good for all people in general? That was the first question. Essence of what is the essence of all scriptures? The third question, why did Lord Krishna appear in the womb of Mother Devaki? The fourth question, what is the Purusha avatar? Fifth question, explain the Leela avatars. And sixth one is, where did religious principles, dharma, take shelter? So we have been seeing this in these 6 questions that were asked by the sages answered. And we saw the first 2 questions answer is, what is the absolute and ultimate good for all people is devotional service. And what is the essence of all scriptures? Understanding devotional service is the ultimate. And why did Lord Krishna appear in the womb of Mother Devaki, which was also described in one of these incarnation, is to reclaim all the people in the mode of goodness, to protect the faithful and annihilate the unfaithful. And we also saw what are the Purusha avatars, one of the category of avatars, Kano Dakshay Vishnu, Garbho Dakshay Vishnu, Shiro Dakshay Vishnu. And we saw all the Leela avatars, that those are partial view but not completely. And where did religious principle take shelter? We will see in the future slokas.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any other questions, comments, reflections?
Okay, if there are no questions, we'll conclude here. Let's thank Lalita Govind Priya Mataji by chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Let's offer our praise to Lord Narasimhadeva to give protection for entire our congregation members and the entire world. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimham Bhishanam Badram Muchur Muchur Namamyam. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimham Bhishanam Badram Muchur Muchur Namamyam. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimham Bhishanam Badram Muchur Muchur Namamyam. Narasimha Bhagavan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Tomorrow we'll have 6:30 a.m. morning Srimad Bhagavatam class as usual. So let's offer, we wish you a very, very happy Krishna conscious day ahead. Let's offer our prayers, our obeisances to all Vaishnavas and chant Hare Krishna and then wind up the class. Pancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. भगवान श्री कृष्ण परमात्मा की जय। मलपुराणम श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.